One, two, three, let's go!
A pleasant night to all of you. This is Marie, your podcast host for tonight at the Riantasy Talk Show. I hope you're having a great night right now. It's been a while since I posted my last podcast, and tonight, here I am again. But this time it's a live podcast. So I'm quite a bit nervous. Oh, somebody just DM'd me and said that bunch of you guys created a hashtag at Twitter, hashtag Riantasy live episode. Wow, I'll be checking out Twitter while podcasting. So y'all can use the hashtag and I'll be gladly interact with a bunch of you guys. Wow, you all seem to be very active. We currently have 1.2k listeners at the moment. It's really unbelievable. Oh, wait, somebody just tweeted. What do you think is the impact of social media in our society? Hashtag Riantasy Live episode. From at underscore fairy one dust. Shout out to you. To me, social media has a lot of impact in our society, especially in terms of politics and social trends. The use of social media has become a necessary daily activity, which is why social media is typically used for social interaction, like, for example, this podcast. And it also has access to news and information. It is really a valuable communication tool with others locally and worldwide, as well as to share, create, and spread information. The information creates common knowledge of a norm and enhances social coordination as individuals more readily accept the information if they believe others have also accepted it. As we all know, social media may also change the way in which political groups and politicians conduct election campaigns, keep in touch with constituents, and forge alliances with other groups or individuals. Social media may also enable small groups with limited resources to participate in the political process. So, did I answer it correctly? I'm quite nervous because we're on live and I actually can't retake my podcast while answering that. Oh, wait. While answering that, I remembered the Netflix documentary film that I recently watched, The Social Dilemma. So, guys, you can watch that. I really recommend it to all of you. I actually quite learned a lot from that film. I am quite guilty of spending too much time on my phone. Even though I try to regulate my screen time, I still log a daily average of 6 hours where I spend my time playing online games on social media platforms, email, and of course, messaging apps. My screen habits is what led me to watch that, Netflix documentary, The Social Dilemma, that I just mentioned. It's about a documentary about what was going on behind the scenes of our favorite apps and how they tap into our psychology and ultimately shape our behavior. It has interviews from tech experts, plus somehow our phones affect the way we relate to people and see ourselves. Me, as a freelance artist who is currently starting a podcast career, I know that social media is a tool that really helped me. But I also realize that too much of it can really trigger many unwelcome issues like comparison, jealousy, and insecurity. With this in mind, I'd like to share with you some of my insights from the film that have stood out to me and that I think would help me, and maybe you guys. I'll discuss it to you guys, but first, let's listen to our beloved sponsors.
Grab a straw hat and a partner. It's fall season. That means the corn and pumpkins are ripe as rain. Come down to Jackie's Farm of Fall Delights. We got a pumpkin field full of our prize women pumpkins, a hayride for all those kitties and lovebirds wanting to take a ride down the trail, and a 20-acre apple trees for all your picking needs. We'll be open from October 1st to the 31st. Only on Halloween, we're hosting a costume contest. Winners win a basket full of the best full-size candy in the town. So dress your best or your most terrifying.
As far as I know, the rise of social media has led to the rise of fake news. Companies like Facebook and Twitter have created filter bubbles that expose us only to the content we already agree with. By selecting preferred news site and seeking advice from people with similar political views, we have forgotten how to understand the other side. It has caused a wide polarization in our society, fueling more hate. Experts who have also created the service and know about all the work and manipulation that goes behind it still gets addicted. Many have to train themselves to turn off their notification and not take their phones to the bathrooms. As far as I know, guys. Some have even declared that they do not allow their kids to have social media at all. As teens and adults, we have slowly lost the ability to calm and soothe ourselves with the real world activities, relationships, and surrounding. Right? Like this pandemic. It also triggers that, you know. But instead, we deal with our struggling emotion by using social media as a distraction. We forget to allow ourselves to process our emotions. Because we're constantly surrounded by things that can distract us. Also, guys, social media has led to the rise of many mental health concerns. But the most problematic is the issue of body image. Every time we turn on our phones, we're attacked with posts that give us false sense of reality. We can see girls with perfect bodies, hot boyfriends, and fun friends, instantly making us feel self-conscious. It creates unrealistic standards of beauty and make us believe that everyone's life is perfect except for ours, which is we all know is simply not true. Everyone on social media only post the highlights of their lives. So keep that in mind, guys. Not everyone is perfect, living a perfect life. We all have problems, but we don't really share it in our social media. We never get to see the downfalls of each others. This creates false expectation in our heads, stopping us from seeing people for who they truly are. As said from the documentary, nothing fast enters the life of morals without a curse, said Sophocles. A critical viewpoint on life, but he's not wrong. Just like us, people have great and awful sides. Just like us, people have great and awful sides. There's also a great and an awful side to everything. Each creation, development, or object can be used wholesomely and with great intention, or used in manipulative disturbance, or to purposefully cause harms. So, guys, we must stay mindful of the dangers of our modern technologies. Also, keep in mind that think before you click. Cliche, but it's very quite useful nowadays. So, that's it, guys. Hope you all have a great time and learn a lot from me. Again, this is Marie, your host. Come back again to my next episode. And also let me know if you guys wanted the live podcast or my normal podcast. I need your insights. Good night to all of you. Riantasy is offline. Goodbye.